Hello everyone, I am Ashwini Saurabh Maitras from Department of Statistics, RBNB College, Srirampur. Today we will study the topic attributes. So previously we have studied some definitions and some notations for attribute. So attribute is basically a qualitative characteristic, and if we want to learn the qualitative data, or we want to obtain the relationship between these qualitative data, then we need to study the theory of attributes. Suppose we denote attribute by letter A. Suppose A is a boy, then the Greek letter corresponding to it, that is alpha, we denote it as a girl. So in this way we have learned the notations of attribute. Similarly, if there are more than two attributes, then suppose B is a rural, then correspondingly Greek letter beta will be urban. So in this way we have the four classes of our frequency distribution, that is a rural boy, rural girl, then urban boy and urban girl. So for these four classes we can take the frequency distribution and we can make the grouping of that. Now we will study the relation between these attributes. So N is the total frequency here. Then N will be the addition of positive attribute plus negative attribute. So A is a positive attribute and alpha is corresponding negative attribute. So the total frequency will be addition of A and alpha. So just I have taken the example as if in our data, so the frequency of boys is A and the frequency of girl is alpha, then addition of these two will give us the total number of frequency as a N. Similarly, we can write N as B plus beta. So it is the addition of, in previous example, it is the addition of rural and urban people, so which will give us the total frequency. Now for these two attributes we can make a table like this. So A alpha and B beta we can write in this way. So here will be AB, this frequency will be alpha B. Here we write A beta and here we have to write alpha beta. So these are the frequencies. We can see that if we add these two, it will give us the frequency of B. If we add these two frequencies, that is A beta plus alpha beta, so this will be frequency of beta. Again, if we take the additions vertically, then we have, this is the A and this is frequency of alpha. And in both sides, if we take the addition of frequencies, then it will give us the total frequency N. So let us write down one by one here. So A will be, keep A as it is, then change B only. So B and beta. So this is the simple method to write. Then alpha, total frequency, can be written as, so write here alpha alpha and then change the other attribute, so B and beta. So alpha will be addition of these two. Further B equals to, write down B here, we can change A and alpha here. Then beta, for beta we can write here A beta plus alpha beta. So these are the relation between the frequencies, or relation between the frequencies of two attributes. Similarly, we can write these relation for three attributes also. But before that, let us make a tree diagram for it. For two attributes, here is N, which is total frequency, So this is a flow chart. N is addition of A and alpha. Further, we can write A as AB and A beta. And here it can be written as alpha B and alpha beta. So this diagram tells us about the relation between attributes. So A is the addition of these two and alpha is the addition of these two. Of course, if we add A and alpha, it will give us capital N. Also, capital N can be written as addition of these four frequencies, means AB plus A beta plus alpha B plus alpha beta. So these relation I have written for two attributes. This diagram also we can draw for B. We can draw like this also, B and beta. Further, B is divided as AB and alpha B. Here beta can be written as A beta and alpha beta. So again we see that the capital N is addition of B and beta, or capital N is the addition of these four frequencies which are same as there. So these both are same. So either we can plot this N or A. For both attributes we can draw this tree diagram or flow chart. So similarly, let us see the relation between three attributes. If there are three attributes A, B and C, then let us write down the relations. We have previously learned the order of a attribute. So N is the total frequency here. The first attribute A, so A plus alpha will surely equal to N. Then other attribute B plus beta will be again equal to N, and the third attribute C plus the corresponding Greek letter gamma, so equals to capital N. So these are for order 1, and for order 2 we can also write. But before that, let us plot a tree diagram like previously. So N is A and alpha. Further, A can be written as AB and A beta. Similarly, here we can write alpha B and alpha beta. Now, these are of order 2. These are of order 2 frequencies. Now, here are three attributes. So, we can write the attribute of order 3. So here we introduce C and gamma. Write down as it is AB and AB. Just change here C and gamma. So to remember this, we can make this. So here we can write A beta, so C and gamma. Further, this is alpha B, C, alpha B, gamma. And finally, this alpha beta C and alpha beta gamma. So this table shows the relation between three attributes. This table we also or this diagram we can make also by taking first B, then introducing C and finally A. So the order of ABC can be changed, but we can write this. These are the relation between A, B and C. So let us write down from this diagram. We have A plus alpha equals to N. Further, AB plus A beta plus alpha B plus alpha beta. So this equals also N. Here AB is equal to ABC plus AB gamma. Then A beta equals A beta C plus A beta gamma. Also we can write alpha B as alpha B C plus alpha B gamma. And finally alpha beta as alpha beta C plus alpha beta gamma. So for remembering purpose, we can write as it is and just change the next attribute y positive and negative. So in this way we can write it. Also capital N will be equal to the addition of all these 8 ultimate class frequencies. So if we add these 8 ultimate class frequencies which are of order 3, then we get capital N. So let us draw this by taking B first. So if we take B and beta here, then we can write here AB and alpha B. So just I am changing the other attribute. So here we can write, so look at here, AB C and AB gamma. Here also alpha B C and alpha B gamma. Then for beta, similar process is there. So A beta and alpha beta will be there. Again for A beta we should write A beta C and A beta gamma. Keep here as it is alpha beta and just change the third attribute with C and gamma. So these are the same ultimate class frequencies of order 3. So there are 8 ultimate class frequencies we can see here. Similarly, we can write by taking this C and gamma first, then change this C as a, so let us take B first. So BC and beta C. For gamma we can write B gamma and beta gamma. Further, let us write down here the third attribute A. So ABC alpha BC. Here we have to write the open bracket because these are the frequencies. Now here it will be A beta C alpha beta C. And again here AB gamma and alpha B gamma. And finally this will be A beta gamma and alpha beta gamma. So in this way we can write. We can check here, these are the same ultimate class frequencies. So addition of these 8 frequencies will be again equal to capital N. Also we can write here capital N equals to addition of these 4. So N equals to BC plus beta C. So plus beta B gamma and beta gamma. So in this way we can also write the relation between 3 attributes. Or we can make a table to remember this. So A and alpha we can write here. For A again we can write B and beta. Here B and beta. Let us change here only C and gamma. So either we can make a table just like we have done for 2 attributes. So here will be A, B, C. Then here will be A beta C. Then here will be A, B gamma. Here is A beta gamma. Then here alpha B C, alpha beta C. Then alpha B gamma and alpha beta gamma. So this is the table for 3 attributes. And in this table we can see the relations. So these 2, if we add these 2, it will give us AC. So let us write down these relations here. So we have AC equals to ABC plus A beta C. Further, we have A gamma equals to AB gamma plus A beta gamma. Then we have this relation also. So if we add these two, we have alpha C. So alpha C equals to alpha BC plus alpha beta C. Further, we have to make all the open brackets because these are the frequencies. Now we have to write alpha gamma as alpha B gamma plus alpha beta gamma. So these are the relations. Now if we add vertically, we can also see that if we add these two, we get AB. So this is the addition of these two, which is AB. So let us write down here. AB will be ABC plus AB gamma. Then if we add this, we have A beta. So it will be A beta C plus A beta gamma. And if we add these two vertically, we have alpha B. So alpha B will be alpha BC plus alpha B gamma. Just change the next attribute, and here we have alpha beta. So it will be addition of alpha beta C and alpha beta gamma. So these are the relation. Also, the A is the addition of these four frequencies and B is the addition of these four frequencies. So in this way we can also write it. So and overall the addition of all these ultimate frequencies, there are 8 ultimate frequencies, will be again equals to the total frequency, which is capital N. Now let's see the next method, which is method of dot operator. So we use this method to obtain the relation among frequencies. Generally, we require the relation among positive frequencies. So this method is very useful for obtaining the relation between the frequencies. So up to the order 3, we can easily obtain the relation. But if there are more than 3 attributes, then this method is very useful. So let us write down the method of dot operator for 2 and 3 attributes. So suppose this A dot N, this will be equal to A, then B dot N equals to B. So here we are using this dot. Then alpha dot N equals to alpha and beta dot N equals to beta. Further, AB dot N can be written as the frequency of AB. So in this way we can write down all the remaining frequencies for 2 attributes. Consequently, this 1 dot N equals to N. So now we can write this A dot N plus alpha dot N equals to, so here we can write A plus alpha into dot N. And by comparing it with this, we have A plus alpha equals to 1. We can write A equal to 1 minus alpha or alpha equal to 1 minus A. Make it box. Now we can write this frequency alpha as, this is 1 dot alpha, sorry, N dot alpha. Further, this can be written as n dot, this is alpha is 1 minus a, so I am substituting here, it will be n dot 1 minus a dot n. So it will be n minus the frequency of a. So in this way we get the relation between the frequency of alpha and a, or we can write n equal to a plus alpha. Similar relation we can use here for b and beta. So n will be b plus beta. By using these steps for b and beta, we can generally prove this. Now we have this ab equals to ab dot n. So let us put the value of a, which is 1 minus alpha, so into b dot n. Let us multiply this. So we have b dot n minus alpha b dot n. So we know this is frequency of b and this is frequency of alpha b. So this is value of ab. Or we can write this b equals to ab plus alpha b. So in this way we can write down the all remaining frequencies, means a beta, or we can write for 3 attributes also. So this is the method of dot operator. Now let us see the next concept, which is consistency. So it may happen that sometimes the data is absurd. So some frequencies may be negative, so which cause the inconsistency in the data. So if any frequency in the data is not positive, or if it is negative, then we call there is inconsistency in the data. Let us see one example. Suppose we are given that there are 50 students in a class. So the total frequency n will be 50. Also we are given that there are 30 boys. So if A denotes boys, then we are given that frequency of A as a 30. And further it is given that 25 girls have passed in this class. So this looks something absurd in the data. So if A denotes boys, then surely alpha will be number of girls, and number of girls will be 20, because we know that A plus alpha is 50. So from that we have calculated the frequency of alpha as a 20. So if there are 30 boys in the class, then surely the remaining 20 will be number of girls. And if we are given that the 25 girls have passed from that class, then we can observe that there is a negative frequency in the table. So if we draw this table, A alpha, B beta for 2 attribute, then here we are given that A as a 30, alpha as a 20, here is total 50. If number of girls passed, so alpha is for girls, and if the B attribute B denotes pass and beta denotes fail, then the alpha B will be alpha will be 25 and alpha beta will be minus 5. So this frequency is a negative. So we should say that the data is inconsistent. Now how to check the consistency in the data? For that purpose we have to obtain each frequency from the given information about the data. So if we are given some frequencies from the data, then we have to calculate all the remaining frequencies from the data, and we have to check some conditions about that. So let us write down for 2 attributes. So it is clear that this A must be positive. So A should be greater than 0. Then we have this A as equal to AB plus A beta. So this must be positive. Also n minus a will be equal to alpha. So we have, or n minus alpha equals to a. So this must be positive. Then this alpha must be less or equal to n, or we can write a must be less or equal to n. So we have to check all these conditions for the consistency in the data. Similarly, we can write, so a minus ab must be greater than equal to 0, means a must be greater than equal to ab. We have to check all these conditions. Also for 3 attributes, we know that this AB gamma plus ABC, so this is the frequency C, this must be positive. So we have to write, here is the AB, so AB equal to AB gamma plus ABC, so this should be positive, means AB minus AB gamma should be positive. Then we have to check whether AB is greater than or equal to AB gamma, or we can write AB must be greater than or equal to ABC. So we can write all the remaining frequencies here. Or we have this AC equals to ABC plus A beta C. This must be positive, so that AC minus ABC should be positive. And further we can write this AC should be greater than ABC. Again we know that BC equals to ABC plus alpha BC. So here we note that this should be positive, and again BC minus ABC is greater than or equal to 0, means BC must be greater than ABC. So in this way we have to check for each and every frequency in the data. We have to check all these conditions, and then we say about whether the given data is consistent or not. So today we have learned about the method of dot operator and consistency of the data. In the next lecture we will study the independency between the attributes. So thanks for watching me.